Hello, everyone. Welcome to the University of Dubuque. My name is Katie Krause. I'm the Director for Alumni Engagement here at UD, and it is my absolute pleasure to welcome you all back to the University of Dubuque for the 2023 Athletic Hall of Fame ceremony. We are so blessed to have you here with us today, a true day of celebration as we welcome the newest members into the University of Dubuque Athletic Hall of Fame. Let's give all of today's honorees a round of applause. The Athletic Hall of Fame began in 1989. Since then, we have had the honor of recognizing many outstanding UD athletes, coaches, and supporters who have contributed to the University of Dubuque's success. Honorees, it has been a pleasure to work with you over the past several months, and I am so glad to finally be able to welcome you back home. On behalf of all of us in the Alumni Office, the Department of Athletics, and of course your entire Spartan family, congratulations on your much-deserved honors. What a great day it is. What a great day to be here together to celebrate with all of you. The weather is absolutely perfect, and I have to say the Spartan spirit in this room is undeniable. So enjoy the day, and let's cheer on our fellow Spartans to a victory over UW Platteville. Congratulations again, honorees, and go Spartans. I would now like to welcome Reverend Jim Gunn forward to lead us in a blessing.
This is a glorious day, so if you would, let us join in prayer and give thanks to God. Let's pray. Lord God, Father, Son, and Holy Spirit, may we see you and know you as you are, holy, loving, merciful, faithful. May we indeed know and seek your will in our lives. On this day, there is many things that we can give thanks for, that we should give thanks for every day. The breath in our lungs, the health and strength that we do have. We also give thanks for this special occasion, for the memories that are cherished, for the opportunities to put on a uniform, to play, to experience teammates as family members. For all of that, we praise you for the many good gifts that you bestow upon us. Lord, I ask that you would continue to bless our time, bless our fellowship. May you be with us, I pray, and may we know of your presence so that we would seek to glorify you in what we do. Amen. Thank you.
Thank you, Reverend Gunn. I would now like to welcome President Bullock forward to share a few remarks.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you and welcome. Welcome back. I've been able to see several of you already, and you all look exactly the same as you did when you were students here. And this celebration is actually one of my personal favorites, and part of it is because it's equal parts celebration and reunion. The reunion, of course, for us is being able to see you, but what's even more enjoyable for me personally is to be able to see all of you interacting with each other, some of you stay in touch, pretty close with each other. Some of you, this is the first time you've seen each other since you graduated. I'm speaking specifically of team members here. But it's also been great fun for us to follow your progress in your careers and your lives. And so I'm not an expert in Instagram or anything like that by a long shot, but we follow an awful lot of you through that venue, and it's fun to see you just moving into your lives and in a healthy and happy way. If my math is correct, this is the 34th year for the Athletic Hall of Fame, and that's kind of hard to believe. And it's really a celebration of achievement of our student athletes, of our coaching staff, and of all of those who've dedicated so much time and energy to this portion of collegiate life. And we wouldn't be able to do it without the support of benefactors and philanthropists and parents and those like parents who've supported all of you and who continue to support all of us here at the University of Dubuque. So we look forward to celebrating this day with each one of you. We will look forward to our game this evening. We're very proud of what you're doing in your lives. Go out and make a difference in the world. It's great to have you back, but really impact the world around you in your own sphere of influence. Each of you has the capacity to do that if you're just getting started or if you're well into your career. But impact the world around you, make the world a better place because of your presence, and always know that you are welcome back here at your alma mater at the University of Dubuque. So thank you, God bless you, and let's have a good time today. Thank you.
Thank you, President Bullock. And now for the main event for the afternoon, the Hall of Fame induction ceremony for the 2023 honorees. I would now like to welcome Nelson Edmonds forward, Vice President of Student Engagement and Intercollegiate Athletics, to lead us in the ceremony.
Thank you, Katie. It's an honor to be here. That long title means one of my roles is to serve as the athletic director here on campus, and so I truly enjoy that opportunity. I'm going to tell you a little story. I've recently realized that I'm an old man, right? And that's what old men do. They tell stories, and so I'm going to tell you a little bit of a story. When I was about 8 or 9 years old, I remember sometime in the winter, which in the Midwest could be any day in 8 months, right? I was sitting down watching TV with my brothers, and there was this football game on the television. It was the Dallas Cowboys and the Pittsburgh Steelers. And I knew nothing about football, but it was love at first sight. I fell in love with the game. I mean, there was big, strong, athletic guys running really fast, hurling their bodies into the bodies of other people. So there was violence, there was contact, there was blood, there was great players, future Hall of Fame players. It was amazing. I knew that's exactly what I wanted to do. And so my brothers, they didn't like what was coming next. We went outside. We went to our neighbor's house. They had a football, and we played a football game outside in the community. And there was blood, and there was sweat, and there was tears, and there was violence, and things didn't go so well for my brothers. And I remember my mother looking out, smiling, probably happy we weren't doing that in the house and tearing up the house, right? And maybe just happy we're spending some time together. And that's the power of athletics, finding something that you're passionate about, that you're going to give all of your being and put all of your being into it. It brings people together. It brings communities together. It brings laughter, and every once in a while, a little blood, sweat, and tears as well. And so we're here today to honor our alum that have done those things, that have brought their talents and their gifts to our campus and have shown what they can do with their passion, and then use athletics as a tool to learn our mission and go out into the world and live our mission. And so what a great day to celebrate all that they have accomplished. So a little bit of housekeeping things, or how things are going to go. And so we'll have the teams come up or athletes come up and get lined up, and Katie will direct them to the stage. I may say a few bad jokes or dad jokes, and we'll bring them up here, and they will have an opportunity to make some comments. We'll give you your award. We'll take a picture, and then we'll get a final picture here as well. And so we'll enter over here on this side, and the first group that we're going to bring up is our 2011 football team. It's like the locker room after a game, right? Everyone's loving each other up. Working. A little bit about our 2011 football team. They won our first conference championship in 31 years. For some of these teams, there are some teammates that have yet to reach 31 years old. And so what an accomplishment. This group went on to hold several school records, multiple All-Americans, multiple teammates that have already gone into the Hall of Fame. They had the conference most valuable player, the coach of the year in the conference, and one of their teammates won the Gallardi Trophy, which is the equivalent of the Heisman Trophy at D3 level. But, oh, yeah, we take it a different level. We also factor in grades and community service. And so it's probably one of the best awards to win in college athletics. We are going to have a representative, Mick Miyamoto, come up and talk a little bit about the team and have some remarks. Mick served as our Vice President of Student Life, as well as our Dean of Students. He was an assistant coach on this team, and he was our resident pottery expert as well. I've known Mick for a long time. I coached against him in the Wisconsin Intercollegiate Athletics Conference. I can say his teams at that time did not play like they were former artists, right? But they did mold us a little bit like clay on a wheel when they got after us. And so, Mick, come on up and talk a little bit about the team.
I had all kinds of thoughts prepared, but then after seeing everybody gather here, I'm going to shift it just a little bit, just in seeing all of our players and coaches interact again. But, you know, that was a remarkable achievement after 31 years. We had some great talent, but I think even more importantly, we had great character. And Coach Z established that vision, the culture, within just 2.5 years of really talking about team first, the we over the me. And these guys and all the others who are not present with us bought into that. On a daily basis, contributed towards building each other up. You know, a lot of times we talk in football and they associate us coaches with 4-letter words. But the 4-letter word that was most prominent in that 2011 team was love. These guys love each other. Not going to do it. Not going to get choked up. But it was a remarkable group of young men, and it's really special to have this opportunity to be with you all today. You know, to point out that, illustrate that sense of selflessness, I'm just going to talk about one guy, Miles Hookstead, who happens to be here today. And Miles, people know as our assistant head coach now, but he was a great tight end for us. But one of his greatest contributions in his entire career was in that game. He had 0 targets, 0 receptions, 0 touchdowns. That's because he played offensive tackle that game. 2 days before that game, our stud left tackle, Travis Stefanowski, went down, kind of a freak sort of injury, and Drew Nystrom, our assistant coach, tutored Miles, gave him a crash course in playing left tackle all that Friday, and he comes out to heighten our anxiety as a staff. We're facing Frank Waymiller from Coe College, who I think was defensive MVP. He was All-American, certainly a great player, coming to our quarterback's blind side. Miles not only held his own, he dominated him, which is a big contributor to our success. Obviously didn't appear in the box score. Kind of a unique story. But it's just a privilege to be associated with these men and all the coaches on the staff, and I couldn't be more honored. So congratulations to you guys. And thanks to Katie, we now have a roster of who's here, so I'm going to read the names. And just an aside, when I was here as the Dean of Students, I used to read the names at commencement. And we had a lot of international students. And boy, that was a tough job back then. But I think I did pretty well. I faked it at least. So, first up, Kyle Aker. Ryan Arnold. Michael Borland. Austin Chapman. Ian Cooper. Dana Dierks. Noah Evans. Brock Haas. Wyatt Hannes. Austin Hetzinger. Miles Hookstead. Austin Hughes. Steve Jones. Noah Kahelski. Logan Kunze. Tyler Lang. Kevin McCudden. Mitch Maimons. Vincent Oba, Esquire. Bryson Pitts. Charles Rubio. Trevor Runkle. Chris Scott. Bill Schumar. Richard Scaife. Dustin Sorrentino. Justin Spalding. Eric Stone. Steve Vasilati. Coach Travis Zajac. Gustavo Zavala. And Pedro Zavala. Nellie, did you want to talk? Did you want to talk about CJ? I can do CJ. Okay.
We forgot one important coach, Mick Miyamoto. As some of you may know, we have one teammate that's not able to be here with us. We lost C.J. Watson a little over a year ago, and C.J.'s family is here to join us. C.J. was a loved grandson, son, brother, nephew, uncle, and teammate. He loved sports, he loved cars, he loved music, and he was a dog lover as well. And Otis misses him dearly. And so on behalf of C.J., we've asked that his mother, Jennifer, and her family come up to accept his plaque. We're going to ask that the team come back on stage so we can take one photo together. Herding football players is like herding cats, and so we want to do it while we got them here, right? So we're going to have you guys come on up in the center of the stage and that? You would just do it. Well, you can if you want. Thank you, sir. All right, we reminded the football players that it's not quite yet Miller time, and so we still have the rest of the program to get through. Our next honoree is Amber Meyer DeSousa, class of 2014. Amber was two-time All-Conference. She was All-Region. If you would throw a dart at our record board for women's softball, you would hit her name in some category. That is how outstanding her career here was at UD. I made the same mistake Katie did, wrong college. She graduated a degree in physical education and health. She's a teacher at Cascade. She's coached softball, track and field, and volleyball. Her husband, Eric, and her two kids, Mason and Lane, are certainly proud of what Mama did back in the day when she was a bad Mama Jamma. And so come on up, Amber.
Not that tall. Today I stand here before you overwhelmed with gratitude and honor for this opportunity. 3 to 5 minutes is definitely not enough time to thank all the people that helped me get here. Know that when getting the call that I was getting inducted into the Athletic Hall of Fame, that you all crossed my mind in different ways. First, I want to thank you to the Hall of Fame committee for this opportunity and honor. Katie for answering all my questions and being so organized in this process. The University of Dubuque for becoming my second home. From the admissions office to the professors, other athletic coaches, and staff around campus. Oh my gosh, I might cry. For being so helpful from the beginning to the end. To the education program for letting me do both. Believing in my ability as a teacher, and being so flexible with my athletic career. Next, to the UD softball program, starting with Coach Whip, for believing in us every practice and every game, holding us accountable as a team so we could achieve our goals. Thank you for all your softball knowledge and our life lessons in the process. Dennis for caring for us like we were his own kids, and taking the best pictures. Sarah and Andy for listening to our problems and getting us ready for games, even if they probably should have just told us to suck it up half the time. For Vinny, our pitching coach, for his stupid unhittable rise ball. And we can't forget about Mandot, our lifting coach. He dealt with all of our complaining in early mornings, but he made us better on and off the field. Then, most importantly, my teammates. Whew. Yes, I can do this. My softball family. In the end, the reps, the sweat, the early mornings, none of it would have been worth it without you. This award is not possible without you. You all should be up here getting this award because in the end, my team was everything. Lastly, to my family, to my siblings, helping me become one of the most competitive people out there. From who could get their chores done faster, to football, basketball on the Fisher-Price hoop in the garage, or even simple board games on family nights. You were all some of my hardest competitors, but my biggest supporters throughout my athletic journey, and now. To the people that brought me into this world, Mom and Dad, thank you for literally everything. To when I needed a shoulder to cry on or a swift kick in the butt, to teaching me the difference from right and wrong. Even if I didn't pick the right one, you had my back. You are the reason I'm standing up here. So I thank you. The other day in my health class, we were talking about our dream lives. One of my freshmen asked me, Mrs. DeSousa, are you living yours? I thought for a minute and I said yes. I have an amazing husband that has been there from the beginning, supporting me through my softball career, and now for my teaching and my coaching career, where I get to spread my knowledge to all different ages. To my beautiful daughters that are happy and healthy, and amazing family and friends that have my back through any aspect of life. This award just makes the dream life even sweeter. Thank you for this opportunity again. UD, you know, go Spartans.
Our next recipient is John E. Dierks, class of '63. John participated in track and field. He was a two-time all-conference pole vault champion in 1958 and 1959. He cleared 11 feet 10 inches and 11 feet 9 inches. But let's put that in perspective. In today's marks, that would put him at 15:10 and 15:9. He would have won the conference championship last year and placed 4th in the nation. All right? I think they were jumping on bamboo poles back then in those days. He went on to serve in the Army. He was at the helm of 11 companies, including co-founding Rogers Dierks Incorporated, designing and manufacturing replacement parts for jet engine blades. He also co-founded a radio station in southern Utah. John was blessed with 2 children, Danae Dierks Vogel and Dean Dierks, and his wife Amaris is all the way from France here to join us today.
Hello everybody. Good afternoon. Bonjour à toute l'Université de Dubuque. It was a long trip from France, but my heart told me I should be here today because this is a very special occasion. John Dierks was an extraordinary man, knowledgeable, full of talents, and a champion in many ways. He spoke often and fondly about his time at the university. His determination as a pole vaulter was to rise as high as he could and then to reach higher. John lived intensely and left us a legacy of love and determination. And this determination should inspire all of us to rise high, to reach higher, and to dream bigger. John was my rock, and I know he's watching all of us from above. Thank you, Florian, my lovely nephew, for helping me to get here. And thank you to the marvelous University of Dubuque and a super, super crew. Merci mille fois. In honor of John, the best. Cheers. Go Spartans.
Our next recipient is Davivorn Dowe. Davivorn was unable to be with us today. He's from the class of 2012. He was a multiple-time All-American, All-Conference in multiple events, several conference championship titles in track and field. He still holds the 100-meter dash record with a time of 10.41, and for those of you that aren't keen on track, that's really, really fast. And so I don't know if that'll ever get broken. He joined the military. He's currently retired. Davivorn lives with his daughter in Florida. So Davivorn, if you are listening, congratulations. We look forward to seeing you down the road here back on campus. Davivorn Dowe. Our next recipient is Alexandra Watkins Zurbuchen, class of 2014 and 2017 with her MBA. Alex was a soccer player here on campus, and Sydney Cole said to say hi, by the way. I'm sure you'll see her. She was a member of our soccer team from 2010 to 2013, earning all-conference and all-region honors. She was named the UD Female Athlete of the Year in 2014. She's a senior specialist at American College Chest Physicians in Glenville, Illinois. Her and her husband, Ryan, have a baby boy, Dominique. Congratulations, Alex.
Writing a 3 to 5 minute speech is going to be very hard for me as a communications major, so I figured I'd just run through the thank yous. As my dad told me, I should start from the beginning, so thank you to my parents for getting me involved in soccer at a very young age, and also thank you to my brothers for beating me up in the backyard every time we played. They definitely helped make me into the competitive and strong athlete that I became while I was at UD. Thank you to my dad for being a great coach to me for most of my childhood, as well as the numerous coaches in high school and junior high who helped me get to UD. And I absolutely loved my time at UD, so much so that I came back to get my master's here. I was fortunate enough to come back as a graduate assistant for the women's soccer team and spend 2 more years with my favorite coach, Jason Berna. I'll never forget his commitment to developing athletes on and off the field. I always thought that he was someone I could go to no matter what was happening in my life, and that continued on even after I graduated both times. So I just want to say thank you to everyone who helped me get here, and thank you to the University of Dubuque for introducing me to my husband, who is a member of the men's soccer team, and as well as my brother-in-law, Evan, who is always there at all the games cheering me on the sideline. So thank you to University of Dubuque.
Next, we're going to move into some of our Hall of Fame Distinction Award winners. I'm going to pull this out, the first one, so I make sure that I read these accolades correctly. The Hall of Distinction is awarded to other supporters of UD's athletic programs and is designed to recognize those individuals who have given unselfishly to further the university's athletic programs in support of our student athletes. The first person is a very special honoree for me because he's been very welcoming in my time here on campus and has been a great friend and mentor. We always sat together by one another at cabinet meetings, and I can't say sometimes we weren't always listening to the president, maybe joking underneath our breaths, but we've enjoyed our time here together. Dan served as our athletic director from 2021 through 2022. During his time, he has left a lot of great things here on campus. He has shaped the landscape of our athletic infrastructure and the lives of our staff and countless numbers of student athletes here on campus. We are welcome. We're fortunate enough to have Jan here as an employee and a friend for all those years, and we really enjoy the opportunity to welcome him into the Hall of Fame. Dan Runkle.
The 2011 football team look at each other, because I've just come from a 50-year reunion, a championship team at the University of South Dakota. And you're going to look a lot different in 50 years. The conversation mostly was, does your hearing aid work better than mine? Or where can you buy Depends the cheapest? So, you know, it's a lot of fun. You'll be getting together quite a few years from now. Now, I've done this, emceed this for like 20 years, and I was the one that always said, you're going too long. Shorten up your speech. So I'm going to keep mine short and everything. I want to congratulate all the inductees. It's a tremendous honor, and we're all very proud of you. From our standpoint, it's been really a labor of love. 21 years as athletic director. We started a program that wasn't too good, and we built it into something we're really proud of. And I use the word we, because nobody does something by themselves. My first we is Deb, my wife. Deb left her position at Minnesota State University to come down here, and she became the head of the health program. She became the head athletic trainer. She was the person for the medical coordinator, assistant AD, senior women's administrator, but basically she did all the things that I didn't want to do, which was a lot, all right? So Deb, thank you very much. Nobody gets any success in a program without university administration. They need the supports us. And President Bullock and Dana were tremendous supporters of our program. They allowed us to hire coaches, to expand our budgets, to recruit more. And as a result, that made everything a lot better. It brought in a lot of student athletes, you know, you all out there. So we had the administration support. Next, you need money, right? And we need somebody that just bleeds Spartan blue. Well, you'll see his statue over there in the corner of the football field. Joe and Linda Calapity became an integral part of making our program go. So we had administrative staff, we had the president, and we had a person that just loved UD that could really help us. Those all came together at a neat situation, a neat time, in order for us to expand what we've been able to do here. And I'm so appreciative that I was part of it. It continues on to people like Carla Weber, like Wendy Whipperford, who, when Deb retired, they did the things I didn't want to do, right? So it's been a great run. We've done it because of the people here working together, and also with dedicated coaches and dedicated student athletes that want to win and want to be better. And I'm just so thankful for all the years that I've been able to do this. Thank you very much. I'm very proud of it.
Congratulations, Coach. The next award is for the Jerry Pettigrew Coach Award, and we're fortunate enough that Jerry Pettigrew is here to join us today. The recipient of that award is Trent Merzon, and we would ask Trent to make his way up on stage, and we'd ask Jerry to come up with him as well. The Jerry Pettigrew Award is named after the University of Dubuque alumnus Jerry Pettigrew, class of '63, and honorary degree 2022. This award was established in 2012 to honor an alumnus coach who best represents Pettigrew's tenacity, strong work ethic, and care for athletes of any age and level. Trent Merzon is class of 1992. He was a two-sport athlete in both baseball and football, and he was the captain of the football team his senior year. As a football coach in California, he won 13 Valley Oak League championships, 4 section championships, 2 Northern California championships, and 1 state championship. He was awarded 14 Valley Oak League Coach of the Year awards, 2 Sacramento Watkins Section Coach of the Year awards, and also garnered a Cal High Sports State Coach of the Year award in 2016. He has helped countless athletes, emphasizing the need to strengthen their body, their mind, and spirit, and he's been actively involved in his community in many other ways. He retired from coaching with a record of 225 wins, 59 losses, and 1 tie. He resides in Oakdale, California, with his wife, Spring, and his 2 children, Mickey and Morgan. Congratulations, Coach.
Good afternoon. I have this really long habit. I think a couple of people have already said it, of speaking too long. So the 3 to 5 minute mark, my daughter thought maybe that was just directed at me, and somehow they've heard me speak before. I'm going to try to, in 3 or 4 minutes, explain to you just what the University of Dubuque means to me. I'm thrilled. I haven't been back here since I graduated, 1992, 30 years. We got in last night. It's gorgeous. And I know you guys that are here all the time, and you see it all the time, it's probably easy to take it for granted, but it's gorgeous. Been 30 years since I've been here, and I'd always hoped that my wife and my children could come see where I went to school. And it was funny because some of the marks out there are, our records are, I can't lie anymore when they get out there and get to see what my record was here in 1989, and make no mistake, I'm not here for what I did when I was here. I'm here for what I did after I was here. But the University of Dubuque made just a tremendous impact on me. Awesome. I got to see my college roommate. She's here. Haven't seen her in 25 years. I get to see a college teammate, Roger Little, who's actually in the Hall of Fame, for what he did when he was here. What a thrill for me today already, and we're leaving tomorrow. So it's a whirlwind trip, big weekend for us. I'd also like to give a shout out to my wife. I'm so happy that what you've done. A lot of coaches in this room right now, and I think you all understand that the secret behind a successful coach is their partner. Without a successful partner that's supportive, it's impossible to spend that kind of time away. So she's my rock star. She's my hero. She's amazing. My daughter, who is a junior in high school and just a beautiful girl, trying to convince her to come to the University of Dubuque. I'm not sure she's sold yet. A long way from home. And then my son, who is playing football at the College of Idaho. He has a game this afternoon, so he couldn't be here. But we take you wherever we are, Mick, so we miss you, bud. The University of Dubuque, to me, it's been an amazing institution. In 90 seconds, I'm going to explain to this. When I came to the University of Dubuque, I wasn't the student that I probably should have been. We had a lot of fun here. I'm hoping the students still have fun here, but we had a lot of fun here. But the University of Dubuque, the university loved me anyway. When we started playing sports, I'm sure I didn't show up as the kid that the football program, Coach Don Turner, the late Don Turner, what a great man that he recruited. But the coaching staff loved me anyway. I probably wasn't the human being here for the tenure I was here. But this town and this community loved me anyway. And then I left in 1992. I ended up back home, and I was a young coach, starting my coaching career, and I was doing what young coaches do after a practice one day. And I was bemoaning all of the things that my players couldn't do. And the boss at the time looked me in the eye, and he said, if everybody was perfect, they certainly wouldn't need you, would they, big boy? And that statement resonated with me. It was 25 years ago. I still remember it like it was yesterday. And I went home that night, put my head on the pillow, and did a lot of thinking. The next day I got up and I thought I was going to be different. And I reflected back to why I am and who I am. And I decided I wanted to be that coach that has impacted my life. So I started getting kids, and maybe they weren't as what I exactly wanted them to be in the classroom, but I loved them anyway. We'd go to practice, and we coach in the middle of California. And sometimes my kids they weren't what I wanted them to be. They weren't fast. They weren't strong. We just took better angles, and I loved them anyway. Sometimes the kids I coached in the last 23 years, they weren't the human beings that they needed to be, but I loved them anyway. I reflected upon my UD days of what this place means to me, and coming back this weekend, it's been amazing. The place has changed dramatically. I would love to tell my family that, no, it's exactly what the stadium looked like in 1989. Here's my indoor practice facility. Here's the locker rooms. Oh, they must have just took my picture off of that wall. I love Dubuque. I love the town. I love the state. We went to, this morning, we went to the Field of Dreams. I don't know about you all. It's probably right down the road, so maybe you've never seen it. I live less than an hour from Yosemite. We've never been there as a family. So I'm not sure how many times you've seen it. I was in awe today. It was gorgeous. My daughter, probably this weekend, who's a softball player, has probably said 1,000,000 times, "Is this heaven?" as we're driving into town. You guys all know the line, "Is this heaven?" And I just kind of smile and I say, no, it's the University of Dubuque. Not just where dreams happen, but where lives are changed. Thank you so much, University. I can't thank you enough. You altered my path. Thank you.
Our final award is the Solomon Butler Character and Courage Award. This award was started in 2014 by Dan Runkle. It was awarded to alumni who have wonderful character, courage traits accompanying their athletic history. Sal Butler was a university alumnus and Olympian who faced racial challenges in the early 1900s while competing as a student athlete. We want this award to recognize those student athletes that also overcame obstacles to go on to do great things in their lives. Last fall, actually, I had the opportunity to sit down with Thad and spend a couple hours with him in LA. And I was amazed at his memory of his time here at UD and the impact that it has made on his life. In fact, he would call coworkers down from the hall and say, "What do I talk about every day?" And in unison, one after the other, the University of Dubuque. And he enjoyed reflecting on how much this meant for a young kid to come all the way from Louisiana up to Iowa with one hooded sweatshirt as his winter coat to end up working at the ski hill and the impact that it's made in his life still to this day. Thad has served as the head coach of the New Orleans Jazz Amateur Athletic Union, where he won 4 major titles and coached a number of players who went on to NBA careers. He was a consultant with Adidas to help develop the AAU grassroots programs that still exist and are successful today. He served as the director of the New Orleans Jazz AAU basketball team, where he helped many young men attain their goals by getting college scholarships. In addition to that, he helped those students with prep courses to get them prepared to get into college and have success as athletes within college. He is the executive vice president and managing executive director of basketball team sports at Wasserman. He negotiated contracts for many professional athletes and is in charge of the whole basketball division for Wasserman. He has negotiated over $1.5 billion in contracts, salaries, and marketing opportunities for his athletes. That is the executive vice president of business development, co-founder of Amaro Distribution Technologies, which deals with industrial coatings, and has also worked for many major top 500 corporations. Thad could not be with us today. He is enjoying his time in the Philippines watching the FIBA World Championship, so let's all have pity on him right now for the life and the job that he has. I believe he had some remarks for me. I'm going to try to find those remarks. Oh, here they are. Thank you so much for honoring me as I am inducted into the Athletic Hall of Fame. This is such a great privilege and honor. I want to thank the committee for this recognition. The years I spent at the university were some of the most impactful years of my life. The relationships I've made being part of the basketball and baseball teams will never be forgotten. I attribute a lot of the success I've attained in my business career to Coach John Davison, as he was an influential force in my life both on and off the court. Looking forward to visiting the university during homecoming week to carry on the Spartan spirit. In closing, go Spartans. Congratulations, Thad. We look forward to seeing you here in a month. And that sounded so wonderful. How about another round of applause for all of our recipients? On behalf of the University of Dubuque and the athletic department, I want to thank you all for bringing your talents and your gifts to the University of Dubuque and continuing to live our mission in your communities. Now it's time to turn it over to Katie Kraus to tell us a little bit about some housekeeping items.
Hello again, everyone. Just a couple things as we finish up the ceremony here and begin the rest of the celebration down at the tailgate and the football game. For all of our individual inductees, we are going to do a group photo of all of you right after the ceremony, so please hang tight. And then anybody that would like to do family photos with their awards or anything like that as well, we're happy to get those. All of the photos that are taken today will be available for download in the next couple weeks. So watch for that link to be coming to you, but we're happy to share all these wonderful photos from today. Honorees, when you checked in, you received a little bag. In that bag, you will find your Hall of Fame pass. As a member of the Hall of Fame, you now receive free admission into any University of Dubuque home athletic event. For the football team, we have boxes for your awards. They will be available as you exit the two main back doors if you'd like those to take your award home in. After photos, we invite everyone to join us down at the tailgate and the beer garden in the Mercer Birmingham tent. And at 5:15, for all of those interested in seeing the Veterans Memorial Indoor Practice Facility, we'll meet at the tent, and Scott Rima from the Advancement Office will lead everybody down there and kind of show you that new facility. The game begins at 6 p.m., and everybody should have received their tickets when you checked in. If you need any additional, please let us know. And then again, honorees, with 5 minutes left on the game clock before halftime, please meet me down at the entrance to the football field, and that's where we'll get in line for halftime announcements. Lastly, I want to invite all of you to come back home for homecoming, October 21st. We have a wonderful weekend of events planned, and we hope to see you all here on campus. And I think that wraps up all the notes for today. Thank you so much for all of you being with us today. It truly is a great day to be a Spartan.